Larry Madowo, some people call him Larry Madowo, you know which people. Anyway, Larry Madowo has quit the Nation newspaper division. That means he'll no longer be writing his popular column. That means he will not be writing for Nation. Of course, he remains with NTV, the television division of the Nation group. This is shortly after the Nation refused to publish his article, which was headlined very, very appropriately, A Perilous Time to be a Journalist in Kenya. The article, of course, ended up on CNN, on the CNN website, and reading that article, I just get amazed, because according to the Nation management, this was an article that would rub the powerful Jubilee government the wrong way, It was too sensitive. But reading the article, there's nothing sensitive, Why? Because the article really just tells us what we already know, what happened when the government shut down the TV stations, So there's no new explosive information there that the government would be worried about. However, that whole drama is very telling. It tells us that actually the Nation newspaper group, is involved in self-censorship, and probably through no fault of their own, because these people seem to be under a lot of pressure from the government to write articles that are government correct, politically correct, according to the Jubilee government, The Jubilee government is always right. The Jubilee government is not human, and therefore it does not need any checks and balances like a vibrant independent press. In fact, the Jubilee government does not need any independent institution to oversee or criticize them or second guess them. They don't need that. They're always right. They know what is right for Kenya. And so the rest of you had better just shut up. What? Folks, that is the clear message, and I'm not making it up. How else can you interpret a government that switches off TV stations? Switches off, inazima TV stations, the major ones in the country. How else do you interpret that? I mean, even in failed states like Somalia, they have never shut down TV stations. Never ever. Indeed, I don't know of any other country, even with the worst draconian dictatorship, that has done what the Jubilee government did. It made history. Anyway, it is now very clear. We have been complaining about how the press, we don't have a press left. In defense of the press, and I don't hold brief for them. I'm just trying to look at this from a balanced point of view. I'm trying to have some empathy here. It has now emerged quite clearly that it's not all their fault. These guys seem to be under intense pressure from the government. And the government is powerful. It can do a lot of things to you. Indeed, it is virtually impossible to resist the government. So really, blame of the entire 80%, 90% of the blame for Kenya not having any independent media left has to fall squarely on the Jubilee government. The Jubilee government needs a press, a media that can only report according to how they want those guys to report. That's really what it is. Anyway, so this is what has led to Madowo's quitting Daily Nation. Now, he announced this on a social media platform. So we are not sure whether he was forced to resign or he resigned freely. That one we can never know. But actually, it is very hard for anybody to say that he resigned freely. He made a decision on his own. Because the Swahili have a saying, akufukuzae akwambii nenda. The person chasing you away does not have to tell you go away. In other words, they can do things that you'll just see the writing on the wall and you just go away. That is what that marvelous Swahili saying and very true saying says. For example, at job, maybe you have a contract, which is very difficult for the company to get out of. So what does the company do? They appoint another person, maybe a chief financial officer. They appoint another person and they give him a title, head of financial services. and then they give him an office, and you are sitting with the other accountants, etc., etc. Yeah, akufukuzae si lazima akwambie nenda. They can do other things that you'll just see the writing on the wall and you'll just live on your own. Yeah, so clearly it is correct and accurate to say that Larry Madowo has been hounded out of nation newspapers. Yeah. Now it is very interesting because Larry Madowo in the past has come out as being a very pro-establishment journalist. Okay? If I can just remind you, there was one particular press conference, or maybe you didn't catch that, there was one particular press conference where the guy was asking the NASA principal questions that would have come straight out of Jubilee headquarters. Yeah, questions that even got the NASA people irritated. Yeah, and there are many other examples. Yeah, Madowo has been pro-establishment. Yes, but recently, especially after this shutting down of TV stations, it appears a lot of journalists have woken up and smelled the coffee. You don't go to bed with a snake, even if it's a nice snake. Yeah, because inevitably, ultimately, one day you're going to get bitten. You're going to get bitten by its poisonous fangs. That's just life. That's truism. That's the truth about life. And this is even sadder because Madowo is a great journalist. Yeah, he has a lot of potential. I mean, just looking at his past, the man started out on the entertainment scene, but he built his image, he built his profile into business, into politics. No, that's not very easy to do, by the way. Yeah, very intelligent journalist. Yeah, but it's very sad. That's the Kenya of today, and indeed, it's a very perilous time to be a journalist. Yeah, it's extremely dangerous right now to be a journalist in the banana republic called Kenya. Yeah, very, very sad. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.